You are watching DuBoisNOW Special Arts and Entertainment Edition, featuring upcoming happenings at the Reitz Theater. DuBoisNOW is produced at the Kinetic of downtown DuBois. Get into the Kinetic and let us teach you the art of digital media production. Special educational programs are available for talented and creative young people in our area. Contact the Kinetic today.
Gordon, as you heard, I'm the director of The Odd Couple. The Reitz continues its 25th season, silver anniversary with the Neil Simon Classic, and I am joined also with Josh Alderton and also Brian Folmar. These gentlemen play Oscar and Felix. Well, Brian is Oscar and Josh is Felix. Guys, thanks for coming over. Let's talk about the show a little bit as far as maybe there's still a few folks that may not know exactly what the show's all about. And for those who don't, who would like to give them a little refresher on this one?
Well, basically Oscar, that would be me, is a divorced guy living alone and a slob. And his best friend in the world, Felix, is suddenly been thrown out of his house. So he is officially separated now. So Oscar takes him in. And Felix is a bit of a neat freak, and so we got the slob, we got the neat freak. They're living together, and wackiness ensues from there. I guess is the you know.
So let me kind of ask too, Josh, a little bit. What kind of drew you to this play?
I think it would probably have to be the relatability of it. Not only me personally, but I think everyone can identify with character that appears in the show.
Okay.
And that's just and me in general with various characters.
That is so much better than anything I would have thought of right there.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I don't even have to say anything. You guys have this down. For maybe some of those who are not familiar with the show, I mean, this is a classic, obviously. Neil Simon has put together a wide variety of different things, but how can we kind of explain the show in its best possibility for maybe those who don't know?
You want to do this one?
It is about
2 hours long.
Yes. It's 2 hours.
Thanks,
you
guys.
can come in, be out of the rain.
That's right.
But it's about two guys who have been friends for a while for some reason, and it focuses on Felix Unger. He is not in a good place. His wife has kicked him out. He wants to kill himself. He comes to the apartment, and it kind of an interesting situation comes about from there on out.
Want to add anything else?
Well, yeah, basically, I like the part for some reason. They're friends for some reason, because that.
Yeah. That's,
I mean,
Because why would they be? Because I mean, my character is like, I mean, this is my costume, and every day I add more stains
Yes,
to my
you do.
shirt. It's
I've
like a
seen that.
quest, like
Yeah.
every night at dinner. So I'm the biggest slob on the planet, and Felix is like the biggest neat freak on the planet, and yeah, it's. Yeah, my character's divorced, living on his own for 6 months or so. Felix just got kicked out. He's moving in, and it takes about 2.5 weeks before Oscar starts to lose it. So it just can't put up with it anymore.
You even give, and your character even mentions divorced, broken, sloppy. That's you.
That's me. Yeah. It was a lot of typecasting there. Just saying. But wackiness ensues, I guess. Is the
Sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about this, because a lot of folks do know The Odd Couple, whether it be the movie version, and of course there's famous Felixes and Oscars all throughout. The very first Broadway show was Art Carney playing Felix and Walter Matthau playing Oscar, and of course Jack Lemmon with Walter Matthau is known in the movie version. TV version, I grew up on the TV version with Jack Klugman and Tony Randall. And taking what you've seen and what you haven't seen even, let's talk a little bit about, does that help you in developing your character for the good, the bad, or whatever you're looking at now as far as some of the things? I know, Brian, you had mentioned that you had had not seen the show.
No,
before, right?
I've not seen the movie.
Right.
I've seen the original show, but it was it was typecasting. I'm not really drawing from the show that I've seen. I'm not really drawing from the movie. If I weren't actually currently married, this is probably where I would be. You know? Because I mean, it's typecasting. I'm self-professed lazy. I just just get new dishes. You don't have to wash them. You know what I mean?
Great way to promote it.
Right? Yeah. So while occasionally I will see things in the script that we're using that have been in other productions, certain dialogue or whatever, because they're just so iconic. Other than that, I'm just I'm not really drawing from the show. At least I don't think so. Or the movie. It's just I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm just up there playing.
Well, let me ask you the same thing too, Josh, because you're
It's like scripted reality,
Exactly.
We have a general idea where we want to go, and
yeah.
So let's talk about yours as well too, Josh. I mean, as far as your background with it and what you've seen.
My background with it, I have seen the movie, and I like I said earlier, I have an idea of where what I want to do with it. I mean, like I saw Jack Lemmon in the movie version, and while that's he had a very realistic way. So I think that's where I kind of where I tend to like to go with the character, more realistic than largely drawn out, I guess, if that's the phrasing I want.
And sometimes I think too with actors, they try not to want to watch something that they're doing versus trying to lob something off. It's just more of a natural thing. Get a chance to talk a little bit about the rest of the cast, because this show, yes, Felix and Oscar are both well known, but the Poker Game and the Pigeon Sisters are just as iconic as a Felix and Oscar would be, and maybe what I could do or should be, So as far as our Poker Game, we have Darius Clement and Todd Schindeldecker, who are two guys who've been around the DuBois area doing acting for quite a while. And then we also have two new folks who have not been on stage since high school. Both of them have admitted that. And that's Travis Larrabee and Dave Glass. And I think as far as the Poker Game too, I just see how everybody works together very, very well. And I like watching that as a directing standpoint.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun working with these guys. I mean, Dave and Travis, I know from my part-time gig. So, I mean, I've known them for a little while, but not as long or as close as the other two. Darius, I've acted with before. I've worked with him in shows. It was funny. He had mentioned that the last time we acted together on stage was Biloxi Blues, and I don't know how long ago that was. Like a decade or something. So that was kind of interesting to be back with him, because he's just phenomenal. And Todd, I have known the Todd since like junior high. I mean, so yeah, that's just again wackiness and shenanigans. So yeah, he's chaos on mayhem. That's kind of like so it's a unique group of people. It's a lot of fun. It's just that's the easiest thing to say. It's just a lot of fun to sit there, and the hardest part's trying to stay in character and not laugh.
Oh yeah,
while you're doing this stuff.
And also we need to throw in too Val Kaczynski and Alyssa Wood, who play the Pigeon Sisters, who are the British neighbors who live upstairs. And I don't know about you guys, and maybe Josh, I don't know what you think too, but they kind of have their portion where they just absolutely.
They do.
Brian, what do you think? I mean, try to have that kind of.
Just very, very large You know, it's like they just come in and anyone else on stage is just gone. You know, it's all about those two.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So suddenly, you know, it's like Josh and I are like the co-stars until they get on stage, and now we're just props. You know, we're just, that's background stuff. Let's watch these pigeon sisters. You know, I mean, that's just.
And the more you keep going, the louder Val.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that laugh.
I'm serious, man. I've lost high end off this year. I swear. And it's not even a joke.
Let me pass along a couple things too, as far as it goes for the Reitz Theater, that will be going on during the show. First off, on the opening night, which would be Friday the 28th of April, we will have the Super 7 6-pack here. They'll be giving sandwiches throughout at the beginning of the show, before the show. And yes,
just one thing.
Yeah, okay.
Are we allowed to mingle and maybe get a couple sandwiches for the costume? You know,
the costume? Oh well,
would that be good?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we can get that going.
Right.
That'd be fun. But also on Sunday, a couple of things. The Reitz Theater is very proud of doing sign language interpretation with our shows. We do have people who from a wide variety of places, including Erie, College, Johnstown, that will come to see the shows because, quite frankly, that's not offered in community theater, but it is offered here at the Reitz. So that'll be going on Sunday, as well as a dine-in day to raise funds for the Reitz at Luigi's Restaurant. So that'll be going on during the day. Our show time on Sunday is.
I recommend the linguine.
The linguine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, yes.
Speaking of linguine, I want to go back and talk about iconic moments for you, both you guys. I want you to think about, if you will, the parts of your show, parts of your character, or parts that you enjoy in the show the most, that kind of have the thing that kind of makes you enjoy it even more. I want to start with Josh, because I have a feeling I know what Josh is going to go with first.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I remember the movie from having seen it years ago.
Yeah.
And just that scene with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon with the spaghetti, just the I'm sorry,
Linguine.
Yeah.
Dripping down the wall. Yeah, that just, because Neil Simon, it's I like to say that he takes what he does is he takes sitcoms and that idea and what he did really well was adapt that into an evening. It's like an evening of sitcom, and it works.
Oh yeah.
But that moment really tends to stick out.
Okay. Brian?
Well, you're good.
Yeah.
Evening of sitcom. Anyway, I have my answers are more base. They're less cerebral. Very nice. I'm impressed. Because again, if we have the flying food, for lack of a better term, in the linguine.
A lot of food is sacrificed in this show.
It is.
And the thing, especially that scene, I get to see it basically from backstage. You don't get that, because I'm the one doing the throwing.
Yeah.
So I mean, and anytime you get to throw stuff, it's, I mean, the best that I remember so far is we threw it once. A little off course, and it kind of hit the wall and bounced, and our one of our stage crew comes out, and she literally has a piece of pasta in her hair.
Yeah.
On like in the middle of her back. She's got long hair, it's like in the middle of her back. I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be a great show. Like, okay, we need to clear the fly zone, kids. Let's
Kind of like going to SeaWorld where you
yeah,
have a fly. Yeah. That'll work.
And I'm sure that eventually something going in the audience. I mean, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
I'm waiting for a flying pickle.
Exactly.
I really am. Or chip.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be bad, but those pickles, you can put an eye with a pickle.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, but yeah, it's.
And if you can't, we'll find.
We'll find out. Yeah.
We'll find a way. Yeah, that's how it works here in the theater. But yeah, pickles and chips and all types of different things are going to be tossed. It's a lot of fun to watch everybody working so well. They're developing. You guys are developing well. The whole. And you can't really say anything, good, bad, or otherwise. You gotta have to see the show. Right. To give you some background regarding the Reitz Theater shows, The Odd Couple does open Friday, April 28th. Mark that on your calendar so you're there.
If I have a social secretary.
Yes, make
Otherwise
sure
known
your
as the
secretary
wife.
knows. Yes, okay. But it is Friday, April 28th, and Saturday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. Sunday, April 30th, will be its special 2 o'clock show. As we said, sign language is also, interpretation is also going to be a part of that. And then the following week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, May 4th, 5th, and 6th, the show starts at 7:30. Tickets for adults are $10, $8 for students and seniors, and $5 for kids. And it sounds like I had that. Sometimes that happens. Number to call, 814-375-4CRI, or 814-375-4274 is the actual number if you don't want to figure out the digits. Also go online to reitstheater.org. You can order tickets there. You can also go to Coleb's True Value. It's going to be a fun night. Come on out to the Reitz Theater and see The Odd Couple. Neil Simon Classic done very, very well here. Local theater. You know, I have an old thought process in the back of my mind where, you know, somebody says local radio made here. No, this is local theater. Okay, so you definitely want to check it out at the Reitz Theater. Guys, thanks for joining us. And we'll get a chance to wow them coming up on the 28th.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you, guys. And thank you for joining us. Take care.